Welcome back to another episode. What number are we on? 12, right?
I don't
12.
even know. It's quite impressive that we've made it this far, honestly.
Yes. It's episode 12 and I got Jihadi and Moyo. Got the Scottish ambassadors here.
Hey.
Hi.
We could have actually had who could we have on? Could have had Stroon.
We've had Papa on already.
Yeah, exactly.
And we could have had like Malalas or something like that on, but
Oh yeah, true. Oh, Salamo?
Salami, the Giga Chad.
The Giga Chad, the devil himself.
I was gonna ask you, Jihadi, so I don't want you to dox yourself, so I won't ask you from what part of Scotland you're from, but I'm from up north in Aberdeen. What is your opinion on that part of Scotland?
I am also from Aberdeen.
No, you're not.
I am.
Actually,
I'm here right now.
Me too.
I'm.
Which part?
Again, I don't want to dox myself, but how could I say it like indiscriminately?
You could put it in an area, maybe, or just give me like a.
Like pretty close to town center.
All right. Okay. Me too.
But like, if you go towards if you're in the town center and you go left a bit, quite a little bit, then you'll get to about where I live.
Yeah, next to the chip shop.
I actually don't. From that description, you're actually probably not very far from me.
Oh wow,
that's actually really funny. I actually thought there was no, like actual gamers in Aberdeen.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
I'm surprised.
I didn't think there were any Dota gamers here.
Yeah, because I mean, I went to Aberdeen Uni and I joined the gaming society, and man, I've never hated a place more.
Yeah, but they're always kind of cringe though.
No, they were all like, it was all uncompetitive, so they just wanted to bring their little things and play like silly party games. And I know that's fine, that's great fun, but I was like, I just wasn't feeling.
I want to win. I want to get my dopamine rush.
Well, I was like, where's like people were like, oh, we sometimes play Rocket League, but it gets a bit heated, so we don't. And I'm like, guys.
That's what my flatmates in first year were like. They used to play all these like weird ass board games I never heard of. I think I came home one day when I was out with one of my friends who was visiting, and I came into like the common area, and everyone was like sitting in different like corners of the room, and they all had notepads, and they were like speaking in code or some shit, and then somebody would say something, and everyone write something down on their notepad. And I was like, I'm not even gonna fucking ask what kind of game this is. I'm just gonna go into my room.
Oh, that's funny.
What are these fucking nerds doing out here?
Well, it's like there's
fucking
definitely
nerds.
two different brackets of like nerds. Like, because those guys are like, I look at them and I'm like, oh my goodness, what a bunch of nerds. But then they are probably looking at me being like, oh, you're so elitist. But I'm pretty much the same as them. Yeah.
That is true. What is like the game in Scotland though? Is there like a game in Scotland? Because in England it's just FIFA, right?
Oh, well, I think it would just be the same. Yeah,
yeah,
like FIFA.
Yeah.
Or Warzone is actually really big. I'd say pretty much all my friends play Warzone. Who don't play
CSGO players as well.
Yeah,
and that's just like a UK thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
because we can't own guns. We just pretend we own guns.
Well, you can own guns in Scotland.
Really?
If you really want to, yeah, you can.
Wait, how? What?
You get a gun license, but it's pretty tricky to get. Because I used to do cadets, and the school had a gun license, and they talked to us a bit about how to get an actual gun license.
It's school? Oh no, it's a cadet school.
But I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't own ammo. You can just have the gun. And
what's
then
the point?
Then you go to like a rifle range or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Right. So do you not like actually like if you have a certificate or something that you can hold a firearm? It's not like you can carry one or own a gun. You can just.
Well, no, you could own it. You can own it. You can definitely own one.
But you can't really like carry it in like around with you.
You can be like, right, sorry, that's my rifle in the back of the car. No.
So I mean, it's not the same as America.
No, it's definitely not the same as America.
You just carry around the fucking AK in your backpack, just like, I'm just defending myself if just in case.
I have my AK-47 in my backpack.
In case you find yourself at Tory late at night.
Yes. In case you find yourself
execute them on the spot. Just line them up against the wall.
Just some junkie on the fucking side of the road.
Oh,
Would
whoa,
you-
whoa, whoa, John, whoa.
Can I have a 50p for the bus?
Right.
No, no way, mate.
Can you spare changey? You got any spare changey there? You got changey in that pocket of yours? Kid.
Come on, I don't do drugs or nothing.
I didn't carry drugs. I didn't carry
No,
drugs.
no, I don't have any change on me. I don't have any change on me. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh
you
no,
should
don't worry,
not.
mate. I'm straight edge. You don't have to worry
No,
about me.
I look, I don't have any change in my pockets, man. I pay by card.
I take card now. I tell you.
He pulls out fucking card reader. Like, oh, just put it in there. Put in your PIN number. I
So,
won't look, don't worry.
so it may sound like we're making fun, but in Aberdeen, that is the accent, and that is how you get approached often. And people are just very chatty in Aberdeen, so people will just. How long have you been here?
Pretty much like my whole life. As
Oh
far
my
I was
goodness!
born.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh, okay.
Stop
there's-
probing him, man.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm just like
How are you? Where are you?
it's like it's all right. Well, it's fine.
Inexposed.
It's fine. It means that if I go to Birmingham, you'll have a lift or whatever. But
Oh,
Anyway.
that's true.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you can go. You can go with me if Birmingham ever happens again. Because
it will.
Hopefully, I
I'm-
really enjoyed it.
Well,
last
this year's
time.
Brum. No, next year's Brum, right?
It'll be next year.
Yeah,
It won't be this year. It was like in May time.
They're only
Yeah.
like just restarting like festivals and that this year. So
Yeah. I mean, there's fans allowed in the football grounds now. There's like 10,000 fans allowed in football grounds.
I saw that in the FA Cup final that they
Yeah.
were allowing fans in grounds now. It didn't seem like there was a lot of them, but
No, it's
They're
only
still
10,000. So like in
Yeah.
a stadium of like it's like 1/6 full. So not really that full, but
I didn't
Yeah,
really
it is
enjoy
what
that
it
FA Cup final anyway.
I did because Leicester won.
I didn't because Leicester won and Chelsea.
Are you a
lost.
Chelsea fan?
Yeah.
Oh, this is where
There's
we
going to be a
differ.
rivalry now.
It
See,
was,
I'm an avid Arsenal fan.
Hey man, you got your. Did you get? Is it? Yeah, you beat us recently, right?
Yeah, we beat you 1-0.
Yeah, you got your W. You're still 10th. Who cares?
Let's go, boys!
We beat
We're so
Leicester.
bad.
We beat Leicester
Yeah.
in the league. We're still guaranteed Champions League football, even if we do end up losing the final. Who cares?
I kind of want you to win the final. I wanted Leicester to beat you, and now I want you to beat City now in the Champions League final. I think football's kind of been stale this year because of the no fans thing. I think it does make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a difference for. Have you seen like WWE how they do
No.
their shit? They basically have like around the ring. They have. I think it's like they have almost screens of like virtual fans. It doesn't
Oh,
make
yeah,
any
yeah,
noise.
Oh my
And it's
god.
just
I've
like
seen that.
it's just
sounds
people
so
watching
creepy.
at home. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I've
weird,
seen
and
that.
there's like no noise because usually like there's people like always like chanting or like whistling
Yeah.
or whatever.
And
The
they're
fuck.
just like, watch out! Oh! And there's just no noise from anyone.
It's just dead silent. You just hear.
Bang, bang.
Oh my god, the impact! And that's it.
Dude, I love wrestling. It's fun as fuck.
When I was younger, I actually went to. They came up to Aberdeen, like John Cena and Triple H and that, and Randy Orton. I remember it was like I was like just like we booked it when I was maybe old enough for it, but then like a year later, I like just wasn't old enough for it, and I wasn't into it at all. And me and my dad went, and it was like I was like, this is gonna be so lame. I don't know why we're doing this. I was like just older than everyone else there. I was maybe like 17. So like, and the majority of the people there were maybe like 15. But I tell you what, we had a great time. It was really funny. Like it just like there was like it was like they actually tried to make it like a show. Like you could tell like it was all like rehearsed and that, but like it was actually really entertaining. It was.
And you were the coolest kid, the oldest one there.
I was the coolest kid with my dad.
I could almost buy alcohol.
Yeah.
Almost do it.
Yeah, but I mean, so I was like, you know what? For what it's worth, they did a good job. And it's kind of cool seeing the people that you see on TV out of not on TV. Like no matter what context it is, I think it's kind of cool.
You guys ever done airsoft? I wanted to try airsoft, but it just looks like really complicated to try.
Paintballing, not airsoft.
Yeah, man.
I've
Paintball's
tried
the way.
paintballing.
How different is it?
I don't know. I've never done it. I don't know. I mean, from what I can tell, it's just like it's mainly indoors and like it's just more tactical, right? and the paintball guns on like these like the airsoft guns on like these massive things like the paintball guns, and they don't make
Yeah,
a shit ton of noise either, like like that.
I mean, the only thing I know about airsoft really is some like. Have you seen those like airsoft like rage compilations on YouTube?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where it's like people getting really pissed off because they got like shot, or it's like going full auto. You can't go full auto inside. Can't do it.
Can't do that, or like. Or that one jumping like, hello guys, in today's video I've got the AWP, and in today's video we're going to go and kill as many campers as we can. Watch me go.
Oh, dude, is that like? Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah,
CSGO
that guy?
Entertainment. I think.
And he
Yeah.
wears like
Oh
this
my-
boonie hat as well, and he goes around. He just tries to.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. It's like CS:GO in real life. You just learn the map off by heart.
Yeah, why do people actually play CS:GO? You can just play CS:GO in real life with airsoft. I mean, people pretty much there have like full like decked out like camo suits and all that. Like they look like they just come back from fucking Afghanistan or whatever. Oh
Yeah.
mate, did you serve? Like, no, I'm just on my way to airsoft.
Oh, it's like how many years? 12. 12 in airsoft. Oh, in airsoft.
Oh.
I've been
I used to do paintballing when I was younger, just like for like I don't know a couple years, and I had like a gun that was like really terrible, but right on the end it had this thing that I thought was so cool. It was really trash. You could turn it in different directions and it would put spin on the paintball as it came out, and it would curve a little bit. But essentially what it would mean is that I would be like, oh yeah, I can totally shoot around corners. But essentially what it would mean is that I would just miss every single shot. I would get out like immediately. I used to find it really fun though, because you put on like lots of pads and stuff and it doesn't hurt.
Oh no, not. Ooh, that's
what I used to do when I was younger. It was fun.
I mean, we did paintball. We weren't padded at all. It just hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
Part of the fun of it is the fear. You know, when you're sitting there and it's if I move, I'm going to get shot and it's going to hurt.
I think the most painful shot in paintball I took was when I got out and I was walking back to my little barrel or whatever they use as your respawn.
Did you go to the one in Stonehaven?
I don't actually remember.
Oh,
it was somewhere outside. It was a long time ago. I think it was before I went to uni. So it was pretty like 4 years ago or something. And yeah, my teammate like just didn't realize I was on the same team, even though you have like those massive armbands with the color on it. Shot me blank in the chest. It actually hurt so fucking bad.
Just bloodlust, just adrenaline running through.
Yeah, I was pissed as well. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
You just shot
I'm out." I have my hands up as well. It's like, oh, fucking paintball noobs, man. Can't stand them. People try hard that shit.
Yeah, I know.
People try hard at everything. People try hard at everything, dudes.
I know. It's always fun when you go with people that are like, or like everyone who's there is like the same skill level. You don't like, even though I was that guy for a little bit, there was like a group of us who did it and it was kind of fun. But I was like the bottom of that tier. Like there was a lot of guys in that little group who were super invested in it, put like hundreds of pounds into like their little thing that carried the paintballs, which would put it into their guns really fast. And it was like a mechanical. It was like you had to charge it up and stuff. And yeah, I wasn't that guy though.
Yeah, you get like Keith, like he's like 50 years old and he comes out decked out. He's
there every weekend.
Yeah, finished his shift at Tesco, has his paintball bag in his hey
car, man,
there's
worse hobbies to have.
True. I think it's a pretty cool hobby.
I mean, I could honestly be worse. I personally don't know what 50-year-old blokes are up to, and they get up to in their spare time. But if it's paintball, crack on, lad.
Usually cars. I'm not really a car guy though.
Or neglecting their children, I know.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Neglecting, yes.
Or finding a fifth wife, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think this generation will be really fun when we're older because we'll all just play games. Like I'm pretty sure our generation will like long for retirement just so we can play games all the time.
Pretty much what we do now.
That is true. That is what we do now.
It is pretty much what we do now, but like imagine like right now the generations that's retiring, they'll want to like go do golf or they'll want to do like that kind of still recreational stuff from the 70s and 80s. But when we retire, it'll be recreational stuff from when we're our age, which is video games and
like Dota 30.
MMOs. MMOs, dude. Every day you can just grind out MMOs.
Yeah, or with and then you're with the gang all the time.
Yeah, you can just raid at weird hours.
You're just with the squad, like
Oh, that's insane.
just a
Actually,
dream.
thinking
You got a
about
nurse
that.
coming to clean up your pee when you don't have to
That's
move.
that's like the only time where it's socially acceptable. Then like a
Yeah.
pee bottle.
Oh, yeah, the piss
Fucking
bag.
idiot.
Sorry, boys, need to drench out the piss bag.
It's like all the nurses like, man, he's completely incomprehensible, and the guy's just like, it's a raid, it's a raid. Oh man, but yeah, I think it'll be fun to be retired. Can't wait.
How old are you? Wait, when do you retire?
I'm 27.
Ooh.
Still got a way to go.
Nah, Moira, you're an old man. Might as well just retire now.
I mean, with how much I love, with how much working is just kind of ugh, retirement seems like such a gold mine, honestly.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, lockdown was kind of a form of retirement. You had to do your little job
for a
every
lot of
day.
people. Yeah.
And I mean, the people who got furloughed, I mean, a lot of people found that hard. They got paid 80%, and then they didn't have to work. And I know that is tough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I was working during it and at home, and I find that a little more demoralizing than if I had the whole time off, because
at least you could
like
maybe have a fresh start. And
yeah,
pretend
or I
you
could
start
like,
again.
or I could do some like other hobbies. When I got to like 3 o'clock, I just felt knackered from being on Zoom calls all day. But,
Yeah.
Were you
I
at uni
wonder-
then, Jihadi, when lockdown happened?
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm up in Edinburgh because I go to Heriot Watt.
Okay, nice.
But I've because of COVID, I've basically been I've been at my parents for the basically the entire year. It's not been fun. I'll say that. I'd much rather have been able to go on campus and do things.
Yeah, drink and fuck around, yeah. And do work, of course.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not even like that because like I think. Well, yeah, obviously the drink and fuck around bit, but like just like working from home, or at least from what I was doing was like it was very demotivating. Like I think I did not a lot of work this year.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, because it was so hard to just like get yourself motivated to like do anything, like especially because like lectures were already kind of bad, right? But like putting it on
Zoom, yeah, where you can't even pay attention properly.
Yeah, for us it was Microsoft Teams. I'd literally just like wake up in the morning. I'd have my laptop on my bedside table. I just open it, join the lecture so I could do attendance. I just set a timer, and I just fall asleep for the entire lecture. Just go back to sleep and just wake myself up when it's over, just so I can just leave the lecture so they're not like. I don't just wake up and just me and the lecturer and his like assistant just left in the call. I'm like, hey.
Oh yeah, that would be too
wasn't
obvious,
sleeping.
wouldn't it?
I wasn't
Yeah.
sleeping. Yeah, if I'm just there. And just
When,
like 10 minutes passed.
When it happened for me, it was like towards the end of my final year, so it was like
Mm.
more of the review stage and like finalizing my report and stuff like
Yeah.
that, as well as doing my final. Well, it was meant to be my final prototype that was going to go that if it was good enough was going to go to a design hall, but that all got shut down. So then, not only did I have to redo like the concepts and then just do it all like virtually, basically, which was really draining. It just wasn't worth it. Like, I was just staring at a screen all day. I wasn't even doing anything. But like, you couldn't actually like get someone to look at your report or like have other people around you because you feed off of your work colleagues or like uni mates even. Like you feed off of them a lot. Like, oh, you added this thing? Oh, maybe I should try that. Or like, do you think this is needed? And like, no, yes. Or why don't you try and add that thing to that? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why I really missed a lot.
I think I would have missed like the peer pressure of studying, because like when you go to the library with a friend, you're like kind of peer pressured to study. If I went on my own, I'd kind of just mill about. But if I'm with a friend and watching them study, I'm like, oh, I better do it as well.
Oh, I need work.
I want to look cool, you know.
I want to look cool in the library, guys. Ooh.
Hey man, that's the place
True.
to be. It's the place to pick up chicks, I tell you.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I don't know what Harriet Watt library's like, but Aberdeen Uni Library is pretty spicy. So
Yeah, libraries aren't the same as what they were.
I don't really go to the library because we have our own like wee room for my because like we have our own like little building, like a physics building, and we have our own little like common room, and that's where we usually are. We have our own like little common room. We have like a computer lab, so there's no reason to go to the library, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to mix with other degrees.
Yeah,
Or like the physics gang.
Yeah, dude, they actually quarantine us because we're also fucking cringe.
How so?
I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's it's been so long I haven't been there. It's like I've kind of almost wiped it from my memory. But I don't know. Everyone's like really into physics, you know, or like most
Oh,
people,
right, okay,
or at
yeah,
least
yeah.
people who've made it as far as I have. Or like a lot of them are very like, you know, they're going on to do PhDs and stuff, and I just, oh, it's just like every like, you know, at school you got all those like people who are like very like you know, brown nosy arse lickers, teachers' pets sort of people. I don't know if you ever had anyone like that when you were at school.
Yeah, there was like a few.
Yeah, it's
You know, I'm
pretty
a
much just
teacher.
like
Yeah.
it's pretty much like if they made a degree for those people.
Oh man.
And it's
I
like
know.
it's a lot of them. It wasn't as bad in first year because like a lot of people. It's like there's like a lot more people because
There's a lot of floaters. A lot of floaters.
yeah, it's like because when most people start to do physics, it's like kind of like how I was. It was like, oh, you know, I kind of liked it at school. It was kind of fun, you know, numbers. That's pretty cool. That quantum physics sounds pretty interesting, you know. It's like what smart people like to do. So you know, I do it. I'm smart, and then you actually get to do it, and it's the worst thing you've ever done. Like in terms of, it's so boring. I hate it. So, so most people drop out. I think more than half of the people who started in my year for physics dropped out by now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
It's pretty
But yeah,
intense.
first year's a mess when it comes
Yeah.
to what people want to do.
yeah. You get a lot of people switching around or just leaving uni overall.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, we're still kid. Most people go to uni. They're still kids, right? They're still first year. They're like teen, like 18, 17.
Yeah, it's like maybe like a few months before they're still like going to fucking other people's houses for like, you know, they're still underage for drinking parties and stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
stuff
going
like
to
that.
going to school and just pissing around with your mates, and then
Yeah.
like 2 months later you're supposed to be like, oh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm studying this so I can do this for the rest of my life. It's a very jarring change in such a short
When all you want to do is play
period of
Dota and
time.
grind Guild Wars or something,
Pretty much, yeah.
and try and get that legendary or something like that. That's all I was doing.
I'm
Still,
pretty sure that on you.
no, it's just I'm scratching my nose, dude. I think we're gonna sneeze. That's all I got.
Do it on mic, get on.
I'm gonna do an ASMR
Yeah.
sneeze stream.
Every single molecule of your mucus on the
What were you
on
gonna
the
say, Mira?
microphone.
Everyone.
I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure at uni people you either look at what you're doing and decide that's what I want to do, or you realize it's not what you want to do. And in that moment, so like I made the decision to like ride my degree out, and I'll just find what I want to do later on.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I'll need like a specific degree for what I might want to do. So I'll just kind of ride out my geology degree and then see where I go from there.
You never felt like you wanted to be a teacher, though, right?
Well, not
Or did you?
specifically. I've done like ever since turning like 20. I've essentially worked with like young kids and teenagers in like a lot of different settings. So
you didn't like come into uni day one. Like,
oh
I'm
no.
gonna be a teacher.
I didn't want to be a teacher. I didn't like think about becoming a teacher until I was like 25.
Like 1/3 of the people I talked to were like that. They were like, "I'm gonna be a teacher," and I'm just like, "What?" Like just straight up from the start.
Wow. I mean, it's quite a commitment. The teaching degree sucks. Do a different degree and then do the 1 year. That's what I'd say. So physics. So is your idol like? I don't know.
I don't have physics titles. I don't really
I'm
like my degree
nerd.
anymore. I did it because I didn't really know what I wanted to do after
The classic.
school.
The classic.
I think I had like you know, like all your like school counselors trying to like guide me on what to do, and I was just like, I don't really care. I'll just do physics and see what happens, and that's where I am now.
And then they get fed up with you, and they just tell you to do psychology or something.
I think I was told to do what was it, like mechanical engineering with like a business management minor or some
whoa.
some bullshit. That's what I was
Dude.
told to do.
I mean, if you find physics boring, mech engineering would have been worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. So I don't know which is worse. Like, but
At least with mech, you get to like at least do things and talk to other human beings.
I mean, we got to do things. It's just that now with COVID, I don't get to do anything.
Really?
My entire project was or my dissertation was online, and it was really rough because I don't like having an entire dissertation project be on pretty much MATLAB like the entire time. That was pretty rough. Ugh. Does anyone use MATLAB? Do you use MATLAB, Takeshi? Do you ever use it?
No, I never used MATLAB.
I was just gonna ask if anyone else is pretending to know what MATLAB is,
No,
because I am
was
right now.
Yeah, it's like it's just like a coding software for scientists. That's essentially it.
Oh, okay. So
It's
it
it,
does all the formulas for you and stuff.
yeah, kind of. It's like instead because most programming languages are like object based. MATLAB is like array based, so like works in matrices, and
Yes.
that's essentially the big difference.
Yes.
There
It's
are
just
some people
it's
listening to
just
this
faffing over
podcast
numbers.
that are like, "This is exactly what I signed up for," and there's some people listening right now who are like, "Wow, I've never heard the word matrices before."
Matrices. Big word. Big
See,
word.
I'm appealing to a really wide audience of people
Yeah,
right now. Of like,
really white.
two people are like, "Oh yeah, I use that. Wow, oh, wow."
Dude,
Wow.
I kind of just want to. I'm reaching the stage. I just want to be a welder or something. I don't know. Welding's cool, dude. Have you seen those welding videos?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't know
so
what the
pretty.
mark. Yeah,
Oh no, deep sea welder. If you know how to, if you know how to scuba dive, holy shit, it pays pretty well. Like deep sea
I
welding,
heard
like
it.
60K
Yeah,
or something.
not
60K base.
isn't just like anything that involves like deep sea diving is like pretty like pays pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. Because you have to go
yeah,
through the effort of knowing how to dive,
and a
Yeah,
puncture
and it
means
is.
death.
Yeah, and it is actually quite dangerous. Or
and then
maybe not like.
you have to live on an oil rig as well.
It's not dangerous in the sense of like you're in like it's dangerous in the sense of like if a mistake happens, then it's really costly.
Yeah, I think there's like an
But
actual
if
like mortality rate for it, or like
yeah,
Probably.
some for it for
But then in
being
theory, there's a mortality rate for any job, right? Like ambulance driver, you could just crash into a person and die.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
you're
Do
a
you think anyone's
teacher.
played Dota from an oil rig?
Oh, 100%. I used to work at a bar that was a hotel. Oh, well, it was a hotel, but I used to work in the bar at the hotel, and it was right next to the airport. So I used to a lot of the it wasn't a very fancy hotel, so it was always all the guys coming on and offshore, and they
Yeah.
used to sit and just chat to me like ages. And they and the oil rigs that they got out there were really nice. Like there's loads of stuff to do. Lots of them have got like, well, some of them are really nice. Like there's like a cycle track around them. There's like different gyms. There's like different like kitchen areas and all this kind of stuff. Like it's
cycle track.
like it's pretty sick. Like it is. They do. But I mean, you're there to work, so it's not.
It's not a
amazing.
playground, yeah. It's not
Yeah.
like a men's playground or something.
But and also like it can be pretty lonely, I guess, because like if you want to be alone, you just can be, and it's easier. So
Mm.
like, so I think there's like I don't know. I think it's they try their best with it, but it's still not.
Just hear so green, drop dust like that.
Green. What you doing, Green?
Why you buy vessel? Why you buy vessel? I already have earned.
Why you? I say alone ramp. I say alone ramp.
Me too, Lord Rap. That'd be so funny.
How would you
Oh,
guys
what-
feel about that work cycle? 4 weeks where you're away working the whole time. 4 weeks off where you're at home off the whole
Well,
time.
That's
I
what my dad used to do.
Yeah, I know
Really?
there's a lot of people that do that sort of job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. How would you feel about doing that?
I mean, I'd feel fine, but I think it would be like the first week would be really tough to get used to, right?
Yeah. Even if you enjoyed it, like I think the first team, like we would be tough because it's like a new environment, and you're
Yeah.
like, and like being away from like, because you might have like some loved ones or whatever, and being away from them
Yeah,
for that long
that's
might
true.
be quite tough. But then you'll get
Yeah.
used to it. I think
Yeah.
like when my dad did it, he enjoyed it, so he enjoyed his work. So that's why he didn't mind doing it or going out where God knows how long. Whenever
I mean,
he
yeah.
went onto the rig.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because it's like I think I think like because you'd come home, right, and everyone would be adjusted to you not being there. So it'd be like if you had a family, they would be able to operate without you there because they've had to do that for so long. So you come back and essentially like it's like a weird dynamic, I think.
It's
Like,
similar to like prison to like some degree. You know, you hear those stories of people that
Yeah.
have been there for like 10 years and they come back and they're like they don't even know how like what an iPhone is or something.
Well,
Like, that's
well,
insane.
I mean, UK prisons are probably not as brutal as that.
I think
True.
some maybe are.
Yeah, the ones that we don't really talk about or know about.
It's obviously not like a Russian prison or some shit,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or even like some prisons in America.
Oh, that Russian prison, the one that's on an island, and if you go there, you're pretty much like sentenced for death. But they
Oh,
don't. They
yeah.
don't say that you're like there to die. But they like it basically it's like you never get out. Like once you're
Yeah.
in, you're stuck.
It's almost like what's that one in America called? That's like a tourist attraction now.
Alcatraz.
Yeah,
Alcatraz,
that's
that's it. I was thinking of Azkaban. That's like a Harry Potter thing.
I mean, that is a pretty rough prison as well, to be fair.
Yeah, have you seen it? It's like a fucking like weird obelisk in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea for a prison. Just
Well,
can't
Alcatraz
escape.
or Azkaban, which one?
Well, both. I mean, they're just like in the middle. Like you got to escape on water. Like, isn't there like there's only one person that's ever escaped from Alcatraz and not been caught, like almost immediately after or something like that.
Yeah, but then they just blew a hole in the side of the building, and then everyone left. So obviously wasn't that fucking great a place.
Secure, yeah.
Just get a big bomb.
Big bomb. Do you guys think you'd be able to like get out of? I think like
Nope.
So like a game chase. Like imagine you did escape prison. Do you think you could stay alive or like stay away from being caught? I don't know if I could. I really don't know if I could.
Well, have you ever seen that?
I don't think I'd survive prison, to be honest.
Yeah, but imagine if you did. You know, imagine if like your testosterone went through the roof. You know, worked out every day, became Sven IRL. You know, or Axe.
Yes, X.
There's a show on Channel 4 called Hunted, I think.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, and it's fantastic. Basically, what they do is you sign up, and they say, okay, within 28 days, we will contact you, and you will have to drop everything. And from that moment, you will have 1 hour. You'll have 1 hour, and then we will chase you like we would chase a fugitive. And they hire private investigators, and you got to last 1 month without being caught. And you get like £400 in a bank account, and that's it. And you got all of UK. You've got all of the UK to travel through, and they catch you, and it's like very rarely that people don't get caught. There's like only 1 or 2 people that make it all the way to the end.
But you can't you can't just leave the country, right?
No, you can't. You can't go outside of UK, but
UK. So that includes Northern Ireland, right?
No, it's got to be mainland. So,
oh, okay.
So I think one of the best ones I saw, there was 2 ones that I saw that were really good. So one guy used the canal systems because they're not really like videoed that much, and it's easy. And he just cycled. He just cycled along the canal systems.
And cycle. He didn't actually live in the boat.
No. He just cycled along, like, you know how there's like paths next to the canal systems.
Oh yeah.
And the other one was 2 like really 2 girls I didn't think were going to go far. They just hitchhiked. And they were impossible to track because they didn't know where they were going to go.
Do you think they did either? They have no idea either.
No, they had no idea because they were just waiting to get picked up by someone who would then just take them someplace, and then they would just move on. And they never like said, "Oh, we're going to go stay here." They just like ran. They just like went wherever the wind blew with the hitchhiking stuff. It's really cool though, and I kind of wanted to sign up to it because I think it'd be so fun, like having to like do all that kind of stuff.
See, that's the difference. I think more you just want to do everything.
I mean, does that not sound fun?
I mean, it does, but I would like I see it on TV. I don't think to like, oh, I'll try and do it. I'll try and call them up and do it. You know, like I can imagine, but I never would want to do it. I don't know if I'd be able to.
I mean, I think I would be out very quickly because I'd probably just overthink it.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like, yeah, there was like guys who caught trains, and like the people were guessing what stop they were going to come off at. And the train was like, so they either pull into that station and try catching there, or they've missed it and the train is gone already to the next station, or like something like that. And the guy just did the most obvious play and he got caught, and it was like, So I don't know. It's just
do some replay analysis on what he should have done better there.
Yeah, I mean, It's just, but the thing is, right? With that, in that scenario, you don't know how close they are to you.
That is true. Yeah.
Like they could know where you are and be coming to get you. You just don't know. I think that's freaky. So I think that would keep you like stressed the entire time.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to spend my entire time just like looking over my shoulder though. Even if it was for like a show, I'd just be way too stressful for me.
Also, what I don't get is that they have a camera guy that goes around with each person.
Yeah.
So,
Those
like-
shows never make sense.
So like let's say the people that are chasing this guy see the cameraman but not the person. Do they just have to like intentionally ignore him?
Just pretend you
Like-
didn't see him.
Yeah.
Just a big guy with a
There's a camera guy just like zoomed in on someone and all the people are like, not here. Like
They could just say it's for a different show or something, you know?
It's like
Yeah, I
a full
guess.
camera crew as well. There's a guy with a boom mic. There's a director in a chair just sitting behind the dude waiting for a train.
Turns out it's like the Schneider cut of something.
I'm the Schneider cut running away.
I watched
Nah.
bits of it. I haven't actually watched the full thing because I don't know if I can devote like 4 hours of my time to watching it, but it
I
looks
watched
pretty
the whole
cool.
4 hours. I really enjoyed it. I mean, are you into superhero stuff, Jihadi?
Kind of. No, not really. Like I'll watch the films when or I'll watch a film if my friends got to see it, but I don't go out of my way to watch superhero
Yeah,
films.
it's not like part of what you like, right?
Yeah, like
you
I
like-
won't. Yeah,
Do
go
you
on.
like movies in general, or like do you like certain movies, or are you just not into that kind of stuff?
It's like, oh yeah, I just like I just go whenever like my friends like, oh, you want to go see a movie? You want to see this? I'm like, sure, like whatever. I'm not like a film buff, but I'll go to the cinema. Yeah.
Oh, and they're open now as well, right? Or is that June?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you either.
I have no clue what's open and what isn't now.
I'm kind of like waiting for everything to be open, and then like the burst of people that are gonna go to die down a bit before I start going back to stuff. Like I don't want to be there on the first opening weekend of the cinema when it's like absolutely rammed. Like
I mean,
yeah,
it's like the same thing with remember like back about ages ago when they first tried to open bars again in Aberdeen.
yes, yeah,
And
was-
like
mental.
yeah, I remember I remember my mum was really pissed because like members of the Aberdeen Football Club got COVID from
Oh
like,
yeah, from
going
staying
out
in the
drinking.
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, staying in the hotel and like having people up or whatever and like drinking in the bar and my mum was so pissed because she was like she's was doing her best to like knows all the guidelines, just like trying to always keep the 2 meters and all that, and then she's hearing about like these big football players bigging up themselves, thinking they're hard. They don't, the rules don't apply to them or whatever. And that's, ugh.
No, that did suck.
Yeah, I think it's so bad. I think in the last year or so, or since COVID started, I've been to a restaurant like twice, and that's like the 2 major things I've had when I've been out,
Yeah,
which is kind of sad.
I went to All Bar One last weekend.
Where, sorry?
All Bar One, next to Marshall College. Anyway, yeah, I went. So another friend booked a table, so we went just because we were teaching friends, and it was actually really nice to go out. And it wasn't like super super busy. That was on Saturday night, and that was quite nice.
What do you drink when you go out, Moyo? What kind of shit? Do you get cocktails? Do you go for
I do. I'm unashamedly. I love a cocktail. I mean, have you tried one? They're amazing. Like,
I will admit, I have had a few cocktails in my past, and they do tend to be quite nice.
so first I had an old fashioned, which is like whiskey and I think it's like ginger beer and stuff. I quite like my old fashioned.
Yeah, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. Yeah.
I then had I had this one called like a sailor swirl, which was like rum and like spiced rum and something else. I don't know. It was also quite nice. It wasn't that strong though. And then I had a couple of pints, and that was me.
Have you ever had a dark and stormy?
No, I know what they
Oh.
are. I've seen them before. I've just never. I don't think.
That one's also good. You can actually just buy them in the store straight up now. You don't even have to mix. It's like
Would you get in, like a can?
no, yeah. They sell them in cans now. There's like you can get like mixed drinks now just in cans. I've seen them around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They're quite
Imagine
fancy.
they start selling like Coke and vodka in a can. and you just
I
get
mean,
like
That's
every
the
uni
billion-dollar
student-
idea.
I actually who hasn't done that? Just call
No,
me
no, that is a
vodka.
thing. That is definitely a thing.
Don't squash his
Really?
dreams, Takeshi.
Yeah.
I'm actually sitting on a fucking £1 million idea here.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm the first one to think of this. All right, can
No
you
one
not?
else.
Can you not put this podcast out, please?
Okay, sorry. I will just cut down now.